Good morning, everybody. Today is the morning of day 15, I believe. You can see I'm out of breath. I'm about 2 miles up from my climb from the NOC. And if any of you are familiar with the climb out of the NOC, you know it's a butt kicker. It's like 5 or 6 miles of just constant climbing elevation gain. And I think it's somewhere in the range of 3,500 feet that you have to gain. So yeah, I'm 2 miles in, I'm sweating. It's still kind of chilly in the trees though, so I'm not ready to take my melly off just yet. But it's supposed to be a gorgeous day. It was in the mid-20s when we got out. But I think it's supposed to get up into like the 50s or 60s. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, it's a gorgeous day. The sun is shining. I'll check in periodically with you. I don't know exactly how far I'm going today. I have to get to Fontana by tomorrow evening. I have a reservation at the Fontana Lodge. So there's like 27 miles between the NOC and Fontana. So I was planning on 10 today and 17 tomorrow, but we'll see how I feel after 10 today to see if I can push a little bit further to make tomorrow easier. But yeah, I'll check in later. See ya. What's up, everyone? Just wanted to do a little check-in. So I just left Sassafras Shelter. That's where the rest of the group is staying for the night. But I have to be in Fontana by tomorrow night. I think I mentioned that earlier. So I am pushing on to see how far I can get today before my body just gives up. I've already done probably over 3,000 feet of gain in these 8 miles that I've done so far, and I definitely have some more facing me by pushing on. So I'm just gonna take it slow. I would like to at least get 10 to 12 miles ideally. That would leave me with 15 to 17 tomorrow, most of which will be downhill. So I'm just gonna push and see how far I can make it. I'll probably end up stealth camping somewhere, unless I can somehow make it to the next shelter, which I think is like Brown Creek Gap or something like that. But that's another 8 to 9 miles away from where I'm at right now. So that would be making today my 17-mile day with probably well over 6,000 feet of elevation gain. I don't even know. Didn't even map that out because it just seemed far-fetched. Luckily the time changes on my side, so it stays light longer, and the weather's supposed to be really good today, so yeah, I'm just gonna see what happens. All right, I made it to the summit of, I think it's pronounced Chioa Bald. That was a steep climb at the end. There's a nice camp spot up here. Great views. A nice breeze that I can definitely appreciate right now. Now I get a little bit of downhill in my future and give my legs a little bit of a break. Hey everyone, an update. Let me get good lighting. So I am just about to start my descent down to Stokoa Gap. I've done all those little ups and downs, between Cheoah Bald and here. My legs are killing me. My Achilles hurt. And if I want to make that next shelter, I still have, I don't know, like 600 or 700 feet of up to go up after Stokoa Gap to get to that shelter. So I'm feeling it, but it's still fairly early considering the time change and light situation. So we'll see. I'll see what Stokoa Gap brings me. I do really need to camp somewhere where there's water because I only have like 3/4 of a liter for drinking and cooking. So I really should push to that shelter because there's really not any water, good water sources from here till there. So I feel a little bit pressured to push to there. My only other option would be to get off for the night in Stokoa Gap again to a hostel, but I've been inside for like the last 4 nights, I think, 5 nights? 5 nights. And I'm gonna be inside at Fontana Lodge tomorrow night. So I figured I should probably sleep in my tent tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna try to push to that shelter, but I'm starting to burn out for the day. So we'll see what happens. Check in later. Alright, so I made it to Brown Fork Gap Shelter. Well, not officially yet. I have to go 0.1 miles down this trail to get to the shelter. There's people that are coming right behind me that are also staying here. So I'm probably gonna just like meander slowly. That way I'm not rolling in by myself. But yeah, it ended up being close to, I think it was probably like 56. I'll give you the exact stats in a pop-up caption, but I think it was like 5,600 to 5,700 feet of elevation gain today, and just about 16 miles. I'm beat. My Achilles, every time I stop for more than a couple minutes, they just start to tighten up. So I'm gonna set up camp and get my bear line hung and do some stretching. And then tomorrow morning, I think I've only now got like an 11-mile hike to Fontana and less than 2,000 feet of elevation gain. So I set myself up for a pretty mellow day tomorrow, especially compared to today. So yeah, I'll check in my tent probably once I have everything squared away.